Hello, Alex Jordan here with your Canfield Weekly Update. We have a few items we'd like to touch base on this week. First off, it's a topic going throughout the nation as we still have conversation and dialogue about the tragedy down in Florida. But we want to mention about zero tolerance. A lot of times we don't have zero tolerance to many items throughout the district because we handle things individually. But when it comes to school safety, when it comes to the safety of our staff, students, and visitors, we do have zero tolerance. Even when youngsters might feel the need to think that they're going to crack a joke or make fun and have some sort of threat to be viewed as a joke. It's not. We take this serious. So this is a message not only to our parents throughout the community, but also our student body. Don't make threats. Don't state something thinking it's going to be viewed as a joke. It will not be. We want to highlight Steve Garcia and our SRO with the involvement in Canfield Police Department here within our schools. Steve was on WFMJ a week ago talking about the SRO and the dealings that he has within the school and working with our student body and staff. So we want to highlight that for you and let you know that there is a link on our website to go to that conversation on WFMJ. We'd also like to touch base on how we utilize our SROs, Officer Garcia and CPD. We have already had refresher courses throughout the district, and if not already taken place, but they are scheduled for staff meetings in the very near future. And this staff meeting and update is going to be with Alice training. It's going to make sure that staff is aware and updating new staff, but also refreshing experienced staff that have had this training 5 years ago when we brought it into the district. The big piece to Alice training, and we recommend this and we request this out of our staff, and we ask you to ask your students, your youngsters, if this is actually being done, because we want to make sure that it is. Ask them. During fire drills, we recommend to staff, we ask our staff and our principals to facilitate this for us, that when they return from a fire drill, that they come back into the classroom in the first 5 minutes after they get settled in the class, they talk about one section of Alice training, whether it be lockdown, evacuation, communication, barricade, whatever it might be. Every time we communicate and we escort youngsters out because of a fire drill, we are supposed to come back and touch base for a 5-minute period at least on a piece of Alice. So again, communicate with your student body, communicate with your youngsters, make sure this is taking place, and if it's not, shoot an email to staff or principal and we'll make sure that that's being accommodated, because again, that's very important. So as much as we see value in evacuation from fire drills, we see that much more for Alice training and what we do with an active shooter. We talked about an opioid summit that was being promoted by Judge Delick's office that we did attend. We sent a delegation. The opioid summit not only talked about the epidemic going across the nation as we speak, but also it was a way for us to have communication, dialogue, hear from the professionals that are embedded into that on a daily basis, but also make connections with them and get involved and be able to have availability for not only our student body, but also our community if and when those resources are needed. So it was good to be there. It was good to hear and also have dialogue with those professionals. STEM Week's currently going on at C.H. Campbell. Hands-on activities, STEM involvement. It's a nice way for, again, not only the staff to bring youngsters down, to have youngsters be involved in those activities, but it's an involvement to get community into our schools in the appropriate way. So recognize those folks over at CH for all of those efforts. Right to Read Week going on in the district as we speak. Hilltop, I know, is talking about the Olympics in their dialogue with Right to Read Week. C.H. Campbell has different activities for each day. So it's another way to promote reading for our youngsters in the elementary schools. Also like to wish Dr. Sousa happy birthday. I know that's being discussed in our elementaries as well. We hope everybody has a safe and happy week. And never forget, it's a great time to be a Cardinal.